Define your personal, what the Hey stylists, this is your girl Chris Style, and if you are on a journey to find your personal style and beauty through high-end fashion and budget-friendly fashion, because you can do both, this channel is for you. So I want to get into the top 10 style trends for fall 2023. I got most of my research from instyle.com, and I'll link it down in the description box below. And I also watch a lot of fashion runway shows here on YouTube. So let's get into these top 10 fall fashion trends. So the first trend I want to get into is olive oil green. This is one of my favorites out of all of the fall trends. The reason being, I love earth tone colors. Olive oil green is going to give you that earth tone color. It's going to give you some vibrancy. It kind of can skew between vibrancy and that kind of earth tone subtle color. If you're a little bit subtle, you can always go for just the button down shirt to kind of usher yourself in. But if you want to do it like really bold, pop out there, go get you a faux fur. Faux fur. You'll see a lot of runways wearing this particular color as well. You're going to see a lot of them wearing that slouchy look with the long silk skirts. You'll also see them with the off the shoulder shirts and the slouch shirts with the belt cinching to the waist. This is going to be one of those colors that you're probably going to see a lot of this fall. I do believe I see it a little bit now, but you're definitely going to see it this fall, a lot of it. So just a couple of things you might compare it with is you can get a pair of olive oil green pants. That is going to be something that's going to be totally different because you do not see this a lot in the stores. A graphic tee. You can also pair this with a full fur coat. You can too pair this with any type of other colors that are near and dear on the color wheel. So you can do a lot of oranges, kind of owning on that earth tone type of look. You can do sequins. I am truly going to love this trend a whole lot. And then if you're not too sure about maybe this particular green, you can also make sure that you maybe do a olive oil green boot just to try to maybe give you a little bit of umph, but it's not as overbearing, so you can kind of try to lean yourself into this color. This color, you're going to see a lot of different shades of this olive oil green. You're going to see a lot of light. You're going to see a lot of dark. You're going to see a lot of subtle. I'm just really excited on how this can basically be paired. This trend is going to be the it trend for fall 2023. It's bold. It's out of this world. It's going to give luxury. It's going to give confidence. So you need to actually probably go into your makeup box and pull out that Ruby Woo and that Dior red. And I'm referring to the rich red trend. You've seen this on the runways of Ferragamo, Stella McCarthy, Givenchy. Going to see a lot of people mixing and matching reds, all variations of red. You can do burgundies, you can do your berry reds, you can do your bold hot cherry red, you can do your fire engine red. All of these reds are really going to take front and center this fall season. Also with this trend, I love pairing reds with different colors that brings out the hue. So for instance, I love a good fuchsia pink and red moment. I think that is to die for on anyone. I love the color blocking with the red. So you can pretty much do red as just that solid color and then work your whole wardrobe around it, or you can mix and match it to different type of hues of red this season. So one of the reds that of course we all know is going to be that Gucci red and that Valentino red. So those are going to be some of the brands that you want to make sure that you're looking at this season as well. And don't forget the red slip dresses for date night too. When you wear red, you have to be confident in it. So make sure that you put it on, you feel bold, you act bold, and you're confident in your boldness, because this red is going to be it for the fall. We're not just waiting for Christmas anymore to wear our reds. We're wearing it now, today, okay? So you can also do a lot of accessorizing with your reds. You can do a red boot. You can also do like a red purse or red clutch. And then you can too do your red lip. That's going to be something that you could just own on, and you can kind of just do a subtle bit of the trend if you don't want to go all out. But if you like me and you want to go all out, you could do your faux fur red jacket. You could do red stockings. You could do your red silk skirts, and you can pair it with your graphic tees. It is going to be a very red fall this year. I just love seeing them paired with the different type of hues of red. I'm really loving the burgundy deep rich red as well. I think a lot of people don't really talk about burgundy too much, and it's always like the fire engine red, but don't excuse Miss Burgundy, okay? Because I like her. I like her a lot. You can also play up on a lot of the fabric in red. Do your faux leathers. You can do your silks. You can do your wools. You can actually do the plaid red, just like in Clues type of vibe. So the possibilities for the red this year is going to take you so far. It's going to lead you to something that you actually really, really like and you can wear. So this next trend is not a trend that we have not known before, and that is a sweater dress. This trend, I feel, goes in and out, and it goes in and out, but with a twist a lot of times. So it's not always the same when it comes back around. So this year, they're gearing toward more of a slender type of sweater dress. So I hope if y'all had those sweater dresses last year and the year before, I hope y'all didn't get rid of them, because they're coming back in style. You're going to see a lot of plushes. You're going to see a lot of muted colors, like your sage greens. You're going to see like your brown still. And I love to pair sweater dresses now with high boots that come either to your knee length or thigh boots. I think it just gives a very fashion forward type of look than the regular sweater dresses we had before. You can also wear your sweater dresses with stockings, like your black stockings or your flesh tone stockings, and then put on a nice ankle boot too. That'll be definitely fashion forward moment. So you're going to see a lot of these on the runway for Isabella Marant and Maximora. And you can also get a lot of your sweaty dresses too from like Amazon, Banana Republic. Macy's is a great place, and also Nordstrom's. So you're going to be able to find your sweater dresses. If you decide to do like the oversized cowl neck sweater dress, just make sure that you put on a belt so it can cinch in your waist. So it's going to create that silhouette that is more in this fall of this year. The sweater dress is going to be a statement all on its own. So all you have to basically do is kind of just accessorize and match your boots up with it or your shoe, and that's it. I think that's going to be one of the easiest trends of the fall trends of 2023, because you really don't have to do much. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You can go ahead and put your faux fur on. You can put your leather jacket on. You can put your bomber jackets over it. You can do a lot with a sweater dress. And don't forget your fedora hats either. You can do your baseball caps. You can do a lot with a sweater dress. A sweater dress is going to be the perfect start for a fall trend for a beginner. You don't have to do much. It's not too much thought into it. You can pretty just make it and own it on your own. So this next trend is going to be very exciting. And the reason being is because you got to have some type of style to pull this off. So it's the top shelf tartan. And basically what that is plaid. Plaid is not new to fashion at all. I just think a lot of people don't wear it because it's kind of scary to wear. So when you do wear plaid, you want to be really careful. I like to pair plaid with any maybe solid colors. I don't like to do way too much. I like to have the plaid as a very focal point. So that's basically going to do all the talking, and I like to mute everything else. Some of the designers that you really see plaid a lot from is Ralph Lauren and Burberry. Of course, everybody knows Burberry plaid. You can do a plaid skirt with a black ensemble, so a black shirt, a black blazer, like a jean button down, anything like that. You want to just go ahead and own on the plaid being the star of the show. If you want to start off a little safe. Now, if you don't want to be safe and you want to be daring, you can do plaid as your whole outfit, or you can mix and match your plaid. Yes, mix and match your plaid. So you can do like a plaid blazer, you can do plaid pants, and they don't have to be the same plaid. I think it's a little bit better if they're not anyway. You also do have your plaid outfits, like your plaid skirts and your plaid blazers. So something like that clueless type of look. You also are going to be able to have like that plaid overcoat or the plaid trench coat that you can, style everything with. And that'll be even easier as well, because you're just basically, putting that on and taking it off. If you're going to do the mix and match plaid, make sure that your shoe is solid. That means the shoe cannot have anything else on it. It should be like a solid black, a solid white shoe is great too. It can be like a solid brown. Anything is solid. So you want to make sure you own on the plaid being the star of the show. So a lot of your plaids can come in like that wool like type of cozy material. We are going to see different materials when it does come to plaid as well. Sometimes plaid can come in corduroy. So don't be afraid of the many materials with the plaid. I think that we all should maybe try to play up with plaid and maybe do different patterns. I think that's going to probably be like a very daring and rewarding look this season. And if you want to play it even safer, you can always just do your accessories in plaid. So, like your plaid hat, you can do a plaid wool scarf. I also have the plaid ponchos that came out a couple of years ago. I never got rid of mine. So, I can actually do that as a pretty much a really big scarf if I wanted to incorporate plaid into an outfit that maybe is all one color. So, don't be afraid of your plaids, have fun with it. Don't think too much, but you do have to have style to wear this trend. I think this trend right here always had people in a chokehold, because I know it had me in a chokehold at all times. So it's going to be the fuzzy fur trend. So this trend is pretty much your faux furs, like your faux fur jackets, your faux fur coats, but it's also going to have that type of faux fur dresses. So you're going to be seeing it more like in dresses and shirts and so on and so forth. But that faux fur jacket and coat is going to be it all the time. It's always going to be it. So you'll see that in Gucci, Saint Laurent, Revolve, Undercover, and you can also get it on Pretty Little Things website as well. So when you do your faux fur, it's really no rules to it, to be quite honest. You can do it in streetwear. You can have on a baseball cap and have your faux fur. You can have your joggers with your pumps on in your faux fur. You can be elegant. You can have on your tailored pants and maybe a graphic tee in your faux fur. You can also do your faux fur hats and faux fur gloves if you want to. I really think that the faux fur is just, it's no rules to it. I don't believe that anybody can wear a faux fur and it just doesn't scream fashion. So pretty much have fun with it. You can do your long ones, you can do your crop ones to your waist, you can do oversized, you can do a little bit fitted. So you're just going to basically have fun with the entire trend. And I don't believe this trend ever really went out. Before, it was more like that teddy type of material rather than the actual fuzzy type of material. But the fuzzy type of material is now in for the fall of 2023. So if you don't have one of these in your closet, I don't know what you're doing. Go out and get one. So the next trend is considered fit to be tied. That's their title for it. So pretty much the ties are coming back for us girls, okay? So you can get a tie pretty much anywhere. You can do the clip-on ties. You can do the tie with the rope. You can do the actual tie that you have to tie. You can pretty much do any type of tie. Your black ties are going to be a classic. You can put that with a suit that's fitted and tailored for you. You can actually put it with a button up, put a dress over top of it. You can pretty much do different color ties. I haven't really seen it as much, but I like the different color ties with the different color suits. You can pretty much play around with the whole tie thing. You can, do your hats, you can do your skirts, your pencil skirts with your button ups. You can do it in layers. You can pretty much do this trend with any type of business formal wear and just have that as an added look. I do also see a lot of the ties that are folded a different way than the normal just straight tie. So if you're a little daring, I would try to learn to do that. I think that is so cute and it's so different as well. You're not going to see many people do that because that looks pretty hard to do. Something real fun and fashion forward and just have fun with it. You don't always have to be serious with the ties, like you see on the guys with the double-breasted suits, vice versa. So us women, we gotta make sure this is a fun time for us to wear ties this year. Some of the places where you probably can go ahead and get these ties like Amazon, Hot Topic. So you'll pretty much be able to find these ties anywhere, but or go ahead and run to the men's section and get a tie. Don't take all of them though. Leave some for the men. But go and experiment. Get blue ties. Get striped ties. Just experiment with the tie thing. I think that's going to be something we're going to see all fall. It's something different than what we're pretty much used to. You don't really see it as much. I think we're going to see more of like that business type of formal casual look for like streetwear and just to wear out and about. Next trend, I always do this trend. So this has always been kind of in my wardrobe with a lot of things that I have. And it's the off the shoulder fashion fall trend. So pretty much with the off the shoulder fall trend, it's a lot of you showing a lot of your shoulders. If you can see right now, I show half of my shoulders. I normally do that a whole lot. With this trend, they are looking to make it more like an elegant type of outfit rather than you just throwing it on with like a pair of skinny jeans or a line skirt. So you want to make sure that you're pretty much owning more on like a silhouette, an elegant silhouette. So some tailored dress pants, those are super cute. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you keep your makeup very subtle and you want to try to make sure that your hair is somewhat away from your face, either up or pulled back. This is going to make sure that it owns more on that elegant look versus it being a just I'm going to throw it on look. So any type of off the shoulder dress, when you do wear the off the shoulder like dress or shirt or anything of that nature, make sure that the jewelry is at a minimum. No chunky, in your face jewelry. You want to make sure you're doing something very, very dainty or no jewelry at all. As you see with me, I have no jewelry on my neck. And that's just because you want that to be your focal point. Make sure that you put a little pop of, your glitter or your Fenty glitter balm just to give you a little bit of a glow. Not too much because, it's fall, unless you want to do that. But just to give you a little bit of a glow or your Fenty Lava or anything like that. So this is going to be one of those trends. I believe it's going to stay around. I always have something in my closet that is either halfway off the shoulder or I'm showing my shoulders. So I'm truly never going to get rid of this. And you can, in fact, wear your hair down and long as well. You just want to make sure that you're pretty much playing up the top portion of your outfit rather than the bottom and the top portion. So you want to make sure you keep everything else very minimum and everything else very basic in a way. So you just want to make sure that it's very subtle and basic and then just let the shoulders do the talking. So this is a trend that I'm excited that is now in the fall realm. If you remember the last video, I had said something along the lines of, I know what a lot of you thinking. You might think, okay, wait a minute, those are light jeans for the fall. You don't have to be dull all the time. You can do some light colors, okay? Let's do light colors for the fall and winter this year if you haven't. Okay? I love my blacks, I love my browns, but we can go ahead and we can do light colors. Exactly. We're wearing light colors in the winter and the fall. See, I'm telling you, you got to listen to me. You got to listen to me. So, with that, this is going to be that trend of mellow yellow. So, it doesn't always have to be the yellow that you're thinking in your head. There are a lot of variations of yellow. You got your mustards, you got your lemon yellows, your very high, bright yellows, you have your very muted, soft yellows. Yellow can be pretty much paired with so many colors, pretty much paired with anything. I like to think of yellow as, in a way, like a blue jean. I know that sounds a little scary, but trust me, if you pair like a yellow and a burgundy, depending on the hue, I love the bright yellows with the bright lime greens to give that like lemon type of effect. So you're going to see this on runways of like Christopher Kane. You're going to see this on runways like Prada. Those are going to be some of the designers that are going to own into that mellow yellow type of trend. I love to see yellow with different variations of yellows, like the monochromatic, just like you would see in a lot of other fall color trends. I also love to see yellows being pretty much played up in the accessories as well as the clothing. So the yellow I would in fact have in my closet a lot of is going to be like that mustard type of smooth yellow. You also want to make sure that you play on the different fabrics of the yellows too. Don't shy away from like your silks, your sequins, your glitters. Just make sure you have fun with this color. You can also make sure that you incorporate this color with your primary colors like your blacks and your whites if you just don't want to make sure that you're going too full out or too daring and you just want to be a little bit muted. That's fine as well. I think this is a great color to bring a little sunshine for a fall day. And it's going to pretty much own on those fall colors too, especially the deep yellows, the deep dark yellows, because it's like the leaves on the tree, the orange and the yellow. I think this is going to be one of those really fun colors that I think a lot of people should experiment with. So this next trend, they took it back in time, pretty far back in time. And this is the 80s business chic fall trend. This trend has been like remixed a little to make it just a tad bit updated, but it still is going to give you that 80s feel. And what you're going to basically get with this is you're going to get like your whites and blacks. You're going to get a little bit of pop of color here and there as well. The big thing that I see in it the most is the cinched waist. So you don't see like that oversized look that you might get in the 90s or the early 2000s. You're going to get more of that very slim silhouette with a very cinched waist as well. Definitely going to give you that 80s feel what our moms and our aunts used to wear. So you'll see a lot of the designers like Balmain, Vivienne Westwood, and Imperial Armani. You will see different variations of the 80s business chic, but it, like I said, it's going to still be that slim silhouette with that cinch waist. You're just going to have different colors. You're going to have different styles when they play up on the blazers and the suit jackets. Best bet if you want to do budget friendly is to go to your local thrift store or Goodwill or Salvation Army. So you're going to get a lot of those 80 business chic there if you didn't want to spend a lot on the high ends just yet. For this specific trend too, you want to make sure that you play around with a lot of color versus it just being a just regular suit jacket and regular suit pants or a regular suit skirt. Use on your top, colors on your bottom, some accessorizing with certain colors, just because 80s is, I feel like, that era of vibrant colors everywhere. So this trend has been pretty much seen everywhere, at concerts, everywhere, streetwear, everywhere of your favorite fashion influencer. And these are the cargo jeans. So I believe cargo pants have always kind of been in, You had the cargo pants that were tapered at the bottom. And so you can pretty much wear it with anything. However, it just gives you added character because you have like your pockets. It's then, you know, it comes a little bit baggy. It can come a little bit tighter. So you really can dress this up, dress this down. A lot of people were wearing them at the Drake concert. So in the event that you get your hands on a pair of cargo jeans, you can play this however you pretty much want for the fall. You can pair it with all the other trends we basically spoke about in this video. You can go ahead and do your very subtle and colors. You can also do this with a tie. You can do like a button up, a tie, and maybe like a blazer. This is going to be one of those pieces I feel like everybody is going to need in their closet. So you can do the light wash, you can do dark wash, you can do black. It really honestly does not matter what type of cargo pants you get, but you're going to want these in your closet for the fall. Also love seeing the cargo pants paired up with like a heel or pump or a boot, just so I could give you that elevated style, still give you like that tomboy Aaliyah feel. So this trend right here, I think this trend is going to probably take us into next year as well. So this is going to be one of those trends that we're going to see for quite a while. So those are the 10 fall trends that I am going to deem as wearable for the fall 2023. In the comment section below, tell me which trend that you're going to go out and put in your closet. So there are quite a few other trends out there for the fall season. However, these are going to be the trends that I'm going to incorporate in my closet that I think that it was going to be great for me, and I think that you guys will love too. A lot of trends aren't, to me, very wearable for many seasons to come. Specific trends that I talked about in this video, you're going to be able to get a year or two out of them, of course. And if you really, really, really learn your style, you'll be able to pretty much wear them anytime, any year. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.